Hi, this is CK from CK Education, and today I want to answer a question that I'm asked a lot from parents mostly. And sometimes parents of younger kids ask, how much should I pay or how much should I save up for college? Because there's different plans out there, and there are plans within states that if you save a certain amount of money, that when you use it for college, that is tax-free, like 529 plans and things like that. But in the end, it comes down to plan or not. It comes down to how much money do you need? How much money should you save if you have money that you can save? And so I know parents who, when their kids were born, they started saving. And by the time their kids were 18 years old and off to college, they had, $50,000, $60,000 saved up. And so they had no worries about college costs. And that's smart. If you could do that, that's great. And I mean, if you make a whole lot of money and it doesn't matter, then, again, this video is not for you. But, if you are like most parents and money is an issue for college, let me give you, and I sort of covered this in a previous video, but let me give you my personal, thoughts about college costs and so forth. First of all, college is way too expensive. It's just like in the health field, when you go in for when you go into the dentist, when you go see a doctor or something, the healthcare costs in America are insanely expensive. For what? For what reason? They keep going up. For what? Why? Nobody knows, but they're very, very expensive. And colleges, if you look at colleges, I think about when I went to college in the 90s, and then I look at it now, and I think this is insane and how much colleges cost. And parents, what I like to say to you, you don't have to accept that. You don't have to think, well, colleges, that's just what everyone pays, so I guess I have to pay it. I mean, I literally know people, I know parents who are spending money they don't have to put their kids through school, college, and then in the end, they are in so much debt. The parents took out home equity loans, twice, and have zero equity in their homes, and they're paying for their kids' colleges, very, very expensive private schools. And in the end, it's just a bachelor's degree, and it's no different than any other bachelor's degree that you would have gotten at a school, one fourth, one fifth of that price. And but now the parents are in just a terrible financial situation. They will never be able to pay that off. Someday they'll either foreclose on that house or they'll have to sell it and make no money on it and have to live in a low-income house or something. I mean, this is just something that when I see people do these things, I can see that. I don't know why they can't see it. But, it's hard because a lot of parents are in this mindset that no matter what college costs, I'm going to send my kid to the best college possible. And when they're thinking best college, what they really mean is the one whose name is a most well known, or the college that has the highest ranking is the highest ranking college. And I said in previous videos, this means nothing in the real world. Nobody cares about college ranking or school name. The only person that cares about that is a person who went to it. Oh, I went to this school, I went to that school. Well, nobody cares. The only thing that people care about in the real world is how good are you at what you do. Okay? And going to a higher ranked school or an Ivy League or whatever, that doesn't mean that you're better at what you do. It has nothing to do with that. Okay? You can be really good at what you do, regardless of what school, what college you went to. So what am I getting at? What I'm getting at is you shouldn't really have to save any money for your kids' college. That's my personal opinion. Like if people ask me, so how much are you saving for your kids' college? See, my kids are a little bit on the younger side. They're 10 and 13. How much are you saving for your kids' college? How much am I saving? I'm not really thinking about that. I'm not really, okay. And it's not that I don't plan. I plan meticulously. I plan with the far future in mind. I have a very long planning horizon, but I'm not budgeting for my kids' college. I mean, look, the reason I say this is there are ways to go to college at no cost. I mean, I don't say no cost, but without going into debt. There are ways, and in a previous video, I showed you 2 ways that you could do that, okay? So if you haven't watched that, I would watch that. But look, you don't have to pay for your kids' college, and you certainly don't have to pay a lot of money. I will send my kids to a local school, a public school locally, and pay almost no money. And whatever money I would have to pay, they could actually, at that age, they could work part-time and probably pay that. It'll be so small. Okay. I do not believe in paying 30, 40, $50,000 out of pocket to send my kids to college. That is crazy. I mean, if you have to spend $100,000, $200,000 to put your kids through college, and that's just undergrad, I think that's crazy. I mean, I think no matter how much money you have, I just think why would you do that? Okay. Um, when you can use that money for, you can, if you save up that money for your kids, you can have them, help them buy a house when they're 22 years old and use that as a down payment. Okay. So how much should you save for your kids' college? That's not really the right question. I think, should you pay for your kids' college at all? Should college cost much money at all? I'm of the strong opinion that you should not spend a lot of money for your kids' college. Okay. So for those parents out there, you say, oh no, I haven't saved anything. I know a lot of people who have saved up a lot of money. And like I said, if you're one of those parents who, when your kids were just born, you started saving, and now they're 18 and you have 50, 60, 70, whatever, tens of thousands of dollars saved up, good for you. I mean, you were a good planner, and that's fine. But even for you, you don't have to use all that money for college. I mean, but if you're one of those parents where I don't have much saved up, I didn't think about that, I didn't plan it well. Now I'm feeling foolish because I should have done it. Maybe I don't know what to do, and my kids are going to go to college in a few years. My kids just went into high school, and now I'm thinking about it, and I'm panicking because I don't know what to do. You don't need to be worried. Okay, I tell my close friends, I say, look, when you send your kids to college, you should not go into debt. You shouldn't have to spend a lot of money. Don't worry about it. Send them to a local school, have them commute from home. And, like I said in a previous video, commuting from home will reduce college expenses by about 40%. And if they do fairly well in school, and I said about 3.7 unweighted GPA, they get a pretty good SAT score, maybe 1450 or above, or even 1400. You're bound to get some kind of scholarship from some of the local schools. Now, even if you do not, if you put in half and you have your kids work and they make the other half by working, and every college student should work, then you're paying for it, and you will not have to go into debt. Okay, there are ways. I also said that there was an unconventional way of there are many online colleges, and I told you there's some that charge $10,000 for 4 years. That's $2,500 per year. So there are ways. Okay, as long as you understand, and as long as you're not giving into this lie that no, but I gotta send my kids to a better, quote, better name school, or a higher ranking school, or a name that is better known, because they're going to give my kid more opportunity, and blah 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 blah, and whatever other myths that you have come to believe. I'm telling you, those are myths. Those are not true. It doesn't really matter what college you go to necessarily. It matters how good you are at what you do. That is the most important thing. And you can do that regardless of what college you go to. So I'm just sort of repeating myself here, but I'm just doing that because I feel very strongly about this. So if you don't have any money saved up, parents, don't worry about it. You don't have to. If you do it, use one of the methods I'm, talking to you about. Doesn't cost much money to go to college. So, and that's the way it should be. It should not cost parents a lot of money. So I hope, please rest assured that even if you don't have money saved up, it's okay. All right. So if you're, about the whole issue of college rankings, and are they really not important? I thought they were important. If you have questions like that, watch some of my previous videos, and I think that'll give you a better understanding. But anyway, I hope this video is helpful, and I hope you found it informative. And as always, thanks for watching. And until my next video, I hope you stay well.